what to do. So it's possible that that is the reason I had done it retrospectively.
Also, and it reads 24-hour inspection. There seems to be a stamp there.
No, there's a police sign that's just
yes,
smudged.
but so, there is something that's not legible there.
Okay, it says 24 hours inspection. There's a little comma there, and it says warrant officer Mpangase.
I see, that's what
so
it
I'm
is.
addressing it to him.
Thank you. Then you may proceed. You were helping us work through this.
Sure, okay, thank you. On the bottom of the same page, Commissioners, page 803, there's an entry 2021-0701, and I state there to CHC Depot with warrant officers Pangase and Sibia, Tim Flaude of Mega Freight present, unpack of container in order to verify if the contents of the container, we turn over now to 804, if the contents of the container correspond with the packing list, unpack and count completed, approximately 5,395 bags, I shouldn't have said approximately, 5,395 bags of, and I named the animal feed, container resealed, contents of container as per the packing list, all in order, indicated to Tim Flaude, that's the representative of the clearing agent, that our investigation pertaining to the actual container is complete and the container could be released. And then I state that I sent an email to Brigadier D. Naika with regards to documentation furnished by Mega Freight. He's the head of SANEB in head office. So, okay, that's another entry. That's showing that I did go back at a certain date to re-inspect, if you want to call that, or to confirm that there was nothing else further in that container of interest.
Yes, can I just understand where you say container could be released?
Yes.
This is on the 1st of July.
Yeah.
Where is the SARS customs detention situation here?
Their detention notice, Commissioners, was dated the 23rd of June.
Yes.
So I'm not sure whether they, they did inspect those other 9 containers. So if they had engaged with us to come through and further inspect this container that we had already inspected, I don't think that would have been a problem, but we did it without them.
Yeah, I guess my question is, yes, if you are aware, and I really am just trying to understand the facts at this stage, if you are aware, as you are at this point, that the container is under a detention notice by customs, as you have told us previously, when you, without the involvement of customs, at least according to your entry, there doesn't seem to be a recognition of customs involvement. When you, without the involvement or reference to customs, you instruct the clearing agent or you inform the clearing agent that the container can be released. I'm trying to understand how that works in practice.
Customs Commissioner was aware of our find at that container. I can't say with certainty, but I would think that their interest in it had waned since we had already discovered the narcotics in it. So I'm not 100% sure of the sequence of
as we understand, their interest is the bone meal.
No.
Yeah?
In fact, sorry, Commissioner, to just hope that wasn't rude. No, I'm saying they put a detention on this containers. I can't say with certainty, but I would think for the drugs itself, not for this bone meal, because there was nothing wrong or there was nothing amiss with this commodity. You know, there was nothing that was a red flag about the commodity itself. I think what was of interest was the port of origin, which was the port of Santos, which comes up frequently as one of the ports of origin of drugs, large consignments of cocaine. So it's possible it's based on that, but my suspicion is that they put a detention notice on it for the very same reason that we searched it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. We had just gone past page 803. If we could perhaps pick up the pace.
Okay.
You don't have to read every entry, just guide us on how to read this document.
Yes, okay. Maybe, all right, no, it's fine. I don't know if it's of interest, but I've diarized here on the 5th of July 2021 on page 805 at the
Yes.
bottom. You'll see to FSL and Manzimtoti to drop off samples for analysis. So I call it samples here, Commissioner.
What, the entry on the other side, we know the entry on your side, you say it's samples for analysis.
Yes.
You even mentioned that exhibit bags and you mentioned their seal numbers.
Yes.
And you specifically say they are handed over for analysis.
Yes.
And an acknowledgement of receipt per B. I was hoping it would be here, but it's not. But on the other side,
Yes.
does the entry also say it is analysis of samples? Because you have to make the
Yes.
request. They must know what this thing is here for.
Yes.
So what is the entry on the other side?
Thank you, Commissioner. You know, when I did hear this come up at the commission, I went through my notes. Unfortunately, or maybe not unfortunately, I neglected to. When I sent it for analysis, I just sent it, I said it's suspected cocaine, and I'm sending it through for analysis. It doesn't make provision, but still, I think maybe I should have stated that it's a sample of a larger consignment of 541. Just to go a little deeper, it's maybe because I had already touched base with Colonel Kuzwayo on this issue that, you know, I neglected to state that on my covering letter to the FSL, but it was not stated there, but I've got it here, Commissioner.
It's fair that there could have been confusion between you and FSL.
I wouldn't say there would have been confusion. You know, Commissioner, during every stage of my interaction with them, it was known that we're sitting with 541 kilos. The FSL can't house it. I'm trying to get rid of this, whether it be via an expedited analysis report, or if you tell me I can take it straight for destruction.
The entry at 805. Then if we continue.
Okay, all right. Just look.
We're now at 806.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I see on the 2021-07-19, I said, email request to DPP, Advocate KD Governor for assistance, and I find my correspondence in my B clip as per B3. So that was a covering letter giving them a synopsis of what had transpired and basically preparing the DPP's office to now guide us on this matter.
Okay, then we see there are other entries there. And I think if my reading of the document was correct, beyond this point, 806,
Yes.
all the entries are by you.
No, there is...
Well, except there is somebody called
yes, the one...
Nunda.
Yes.
But there are no, in this context,
Yes.
there are no further entries by Warrant Officer Mpangase.
No, they aren't, Commissioner. Yes.
So you are now the investigating officer fully in charge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. However, Commissioner, I must point out that wherever you see red writing in this investigation diary would be an inspecting officer that would have been looking at this inquiry and giving advice or comments or guidance in that regard.
And duly noted, that's the same as your entry at page 803, it's in red.
Yes, at that stage it was Pangase who was the IO, so me being a commander at the unit, the entry needs to be in red so that he acknowledges
And that's the point I'm making.
Yes, yes,
That
Commissioner.
the inspection in respect of your entries is in red by, please give me the correct rank of the officer here, Nundla.
Yeah, Nandlal, yes. Nandlal, it's a Lieutenant Colonel Nandlal.
And that was the inspecting
Yes. at
officer,
that- yes.
where you are the investigating officer. And the entry in red by you at 803 is where you are the inspecting officer and Warrant Officer Mpangase is the investigating officer.
You are correct,
Okay.
Commissioner. Yeah.
All right, I think, does that...
One more aspect, please, Commissioner,
Yes,
before
yes.
we tie up this. I'd like to draw the Commission's attention to my entry 2021-1104, or even before that, the one on page 809, which is C10. 809. Okay, if you look at the entry 2021-1027, I've made an entry at FSL Manzimtoti, spoke to Warrant Officer Setsedi, in brackets I've got analyst, regarding their Section 212 analysis report status. He indicated that he needed 7 to 10 kilogram exhibits for weighing in order to complete the Section 212 affidavit. Informed him that I would make arrangements with the Port Shepstone office to retrieve said samples with him present. So that's contemporaneous, that's made on the day. And then the entry after that, it follows in, on the page 809, the entry at the bottom, dated 2021-11-04, called Lieutenant Colonel Prinsloo, Unit Commander, Port Shepstone Serious Organized Crime Investigations, to make arrangements that I come through with the FSL member to obtain exhibits for weighing. He indicated that he was on a wildlife workshop from the 8th to 12th November 2021, spoke to H. Nika of Customs SARS, arranged to meet the following week. So that's a commander at Customs that I was engaging with as well. So I think that's what I wanted to point out.
Can I just get the following clarifications? If you go to 803, that is now your entry in red.
Yes.
You call that a 24-hour, 803 saying page 803?
Yes,
CJC 268. That
Yes.
is your entry, and you headed it 24 hours inspection of
Yes.
Warrant Officer Mpangase.
yes,
Then when we go further in the document,
yes,
and we deal with, is it Lieutenant Colonel Nundlal at page 807, once
Yeah.
again in red.
yes.
What is that? You called yours a 24-hour inspection.
Yes.
What inspection is this?
This, let me see. This is a normal monthly inspection, or sometimes it can be a quarterly inspection. This, I'm trying to see, it could have been a month-end inspection. I see it's dated on the, towards the end of July 2021.
So this is a month-end inspection?
Yes.
And how often must this be done? Logic would tell me every month.
Yes.
Would I be correct?
Yes, a monthly inspection of, by virtue of its name. Yes, it's
Yes.
monthly, but you get a quarterly. It depends sometimes on the type of investigation, or if it's not gaining momentum at a certain point in time, and then it starts to, but generally in the police, there needs to be a monthly inspection.
Okay,
Yes.
so preferably a monthly, otherwise quarterly.
Yes,
Okay, this one we see is dated 31st August. Overleaf at 808, there is another one.
yes.
It's dated October. That's, I'll write
Yes,
that
there's one
one.
in September as well, I see.
Where do you see September?
The one in September is page 808, it's C9. There's a writing in red.
That's 2021-10-20.
The date stamp on it says 16th of the 9th, 2021.
Or you go by the,
Yes.
so what, were there two?
Yeah, this was another one. This was done by a provincial inspection team, meaning this was a team comprising of officers from throughout KZN who would now come to my office and inspect all of our dockets, inquiries, registers, and so forth.
All right. Then working through that document, now that I understand the theory behind the colorful entries, it goes up to C11, right, at 812?
Yes, you're correct.
Am I correct?
Yes.
And I see from C10 at 809, it's all your entries.
Yes.
We are now in October into November, so there was never any further inspection of this file
No.
from September. If you look at 808, from September till November, there were no inspections.
That is correct.
Even the monthly inspection
Yes, there was none done.
and no quarterly inspection.
The quarterly inspection would have now been conducted during the 12th month. month, okay, there would have been an inspection in the 12th month, but however, this inquiry was now taken away by head office on the 28th of November 2021, subsequent to the theft of the drugs.
So, and there was quite a bit of activity between that. Why then was it not necessary from September to have monthly inspections? And my question really is premised on the engagement we had earlier about your entry, your inspection of 23rd June 2021.
Yes.
When you said actually it was not, the entry was not made on the day, and you accepted that that might be misleading. My question is, how do the commissioners know that in the absence of a monthly, quarterly, 24-hour inspection,
Yes.
that these entries were not subsequent to the fact? And not as contemporaneous as you putting
Yes.
forward?
Remember, if you look at it, then I'll give you an example. If you go to page 809, which is C10,
Yes,
right? And then it states there, statement of Sergeant Governor of Border Police filed as per 820.
yes.
Then you can see the date that I've obtained that affidavit is in line, it corroborates with or corresponds with my entry there. So there's no other assurance I can give you aside from that, the fact that my C clip now corresponds with my A clip. Like if I say I obtained a statement on the 1st of June,
Yes.
and then if you look at my A clip, you'll see there's a statement obtained by myself on the 1st of June. So I can't, there's no other safeguard, Commissioner.
No, I appreciate that. So you're saying the fact that there is no monthly or quarterly inspection,
Yes,
the commissioners may draw comfort from the dates of the statements you obtain as you list in the investigation diary itself?
yes, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I'm happy with that approach. Thank you.
Can I just check that 807, CO8, the very first entry on the 30th of July,
Yes,
and you've got item 3, which is SARS is assisting with investigations. This is a month, 5 weeks later after the
Yes.
operation. What is SARS's continued involvement in your investigation? What exactly are they doing?
you know, Commissioner, I can't see, I didn't make notes here, but I would have called the same commander that I alluded to at a later stage, because at some point, let me try and find it, I allude to a meeting that he failed to honor. Let me just try and find this. So I'm not sure the timeline of it. Okay. Yes, I think he may have been otherwise engaged, Commissioner. If I look at 809, page 809, the entry right at the bottom, that's 2021-1104. I say spoke to H. Nika of Customs SARS, arranged to meet the following week. So I'm not sure whether he was not available but we did engage, we did touch base. I would assume there was nothing forthcoming from them for me to really diarize and make and file something that SARS had furnished us. So, you know, I can't say what their involvement was, but I was touching base with them with regards to this.
My question is trying to understand the role of SARS in
Yes.
what is now a police inquiry.
Yes.
The container is not with them anymore because you did say that it can be released.
Yes.
So customs is done its part. So I'm trying to understand exactly what would have been their continued role with your investigation.
Okay. Commissioner, sometimes SARS they've got their own profiling team, similar to Border Police, to SAPS. So it wouldn't hurt to make doubly sure that you're getting whatever information is at the disposal of either customs or the police. So hence we bring them on board. But if I had to be honest, they're not very forthcoming in sharing intricacies of where the information came from, what led them to profile a certain container, you know. So we bring them on board as a formality, but I think their mandate is first and foremost customs and excise. So with regards to law enforcement, further investigation in terms of drug investigations, we don't have that much cooperation, but or maybe they're not in a position to assist with further investigation. It's not their mandate. But I'm saying the reason we bring them on board is basically to ensure that we're covering all our bases in terms of whatever container had come in. We're not missing out on paperwork, customs declarations, and all of that.
I think my difficulty with understanding the explanation is I come from, and call it an ignorant position, for lack of a better word, that I don't know, and it's not obvious to me what in this particular operation,
Yes.
after all the facts that we now know, which is you got to a point where you said the container should be released. It's not clear to me, it's not obvious to me what would be the continued involvement of the SARS in your investigation. And if you speak about it, if your answer to me is the way you're handling it, which is in general terms, you're saying, usually this is what we do, it still doesn't answer it doesn't give me any better clarity about what role, in fact, did you have the continued role of the SARS in this particular operation, not generally, but in this operation, because for me it's not obvious.
Yes. Yeah, you know, I think the main objective was to try and find out why did SARS put a detention on this. Obviously, there must have been something that was a red flag, maybe something other than the port of origin, maybe something that could assist us. So it's done. I'm covering my bases. They've put a detention notice on the said container. It wouldn't hurt our cause to engage with them. Let's put it that way, Commissioner. So we had them on board. If they come through with something good, because even part of the DPP's taskings from the prosecution side is to say, get SARS on board, liaise with SARS. So that's what we did, although there was not much forthcoming from them.
Yeah.
Is it not the case that even the SARS people you are liaising with are law enforcement people who are seconded to SARS? I'm just looking here at 808, where you say arrangements made with Commander N of SARS.
Yes.
I won't mention the name for obvious reasons. I'm assuming that's a law enforcement person.
Yes.
Who conducts investigations also.
Yes.
And whatever they uncover in that investigation may be useful when you take the full exhibits to the prosecutors or other people.
Exactly.
Because there may be photos, for example, that you don't have, but they have, of the scene and other things.
Yes, Commissioner. Thank you.
Yeah, I can see that Commissioner Kumalo is being of assistance, but I'm still not clarified to my question. I'm not clear what in this operation, and I accept your answer is what it is.
Yes.
But I have to say to you that it's still not clear to me in this particular operation what the SARS continued involvement was about. You made reference to a detention notice, I think on the seat clip or something. And I would expect that it provides a reason why they have put this under detention, and I think we saw this. It's supposed to be seen by a vet. So I'm trying to understand what role you were seeing for them in this operation, but I don't want to belabor it. I asked the question to try and understand their continued involvement. It's still not clear to me.
Commissioner, maybe just to clarify there, SARS did not put a stop on this because it needed to be inspected by the state vet. That was not their reason for a detention notice. The state vet does it irrespective. That's part of the whole process of this food stuff for certain commodities coming through.
All right, I guess it will be part of our discussion.
Right,
We've had evidence yesterday about this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Thank you, Colonel. I think should I call the opportunity to put your version across now has officially come to an end and the moment of engagement resumes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
I would like us to start with your paragraph 10 at page 2 of your statement. And as I understand, if you have regard to from paragraph 8, from paragraph 6, you have been involved with SANEB, which is the South African Narcotics Enforcement Bureau, from technically 2009 to 2018. You had a break for about a year, and from 2020, at paragraph 8, you went back to SANEB, and this time in a senior position, and by February 2022, you were then promoted to the rank of colonel and appointed as the unit commander. And under your unit included SANEB, correct?
That's correct.
So that's quite a, a long career in, I nearly said, narcotics, but that would be wrong. In the area of investigation of narcotics.
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now, at paragraph 10, you say, I have coordinated drug operations, managed drug projects, dismantled clandestine laboratories, and been involved in several drug seizures at the port and container ports.
Yes.
Okay, then you deal with a specific seizure of the 22nd of June. My interest here is, would I be correct to understand you to mean that you've done a number of seizures, drug seizures at ports and container ports, including the Durban container port?
Okay,
Would I be correct?
Yes.
Or am I wrong?
That's why I've put there, I've been involved. Personally, this was my first, the one on 22nd June, seizure that I've investigated personally. It was the first seizure at a depot. Usually my investigating officers would do that. This was the first one that I took on personally.
Now, let me understand. I understood the last sentence of paragraph 10 that reads, prior to the drug seizure on 22nd June 2021, I had not conducted a larger seizure.
Yes.
I thought the point you sought to make there was the size of the seizure,
Yes.
not involvement in seizures.
Just to clarify, Commissioner, when I say I've been involved in several drug seizures at the port, meaning I was involved, I played a role either as a commanding officer, just overseeing operations, or physically there assisting with whatever needed to be done. But this was the first one that I took hands-on to investigate, where I was the investigating officer.
So it's not a question of size of seizure, as that after more than 15 years of being involved in SANEB, this is the first time you set foot at the Durban Harbour to conduct a seizure, a drug seizure.
No, it was the
Where
first.
am I missing you? Please try again.
Yes, okay. I've been present at seizures. I
Yes.
was not the investigating officer. I've been there since the inception. We went and opened up